And I told him there was no decision to make. That's not a decision. There are Army brothers that have gone out over and over again to pull us out of bad situations. And these fellow Americans are asking for our help. That is not a decision. That is what we do. That is what we do, and we do it. Every time. You ever talk to Vietnam guys? Vietnam guys, if it was a platoon in trouble or a down pilot, they were going. Same thing with the Seawolf pilots, by the way. SEAL platoon in trouble, they're going. That's what they're doing. And when our Army brothers are asking us for help, we go. That's not a decision. That is duty. That is being a frogman. And I also told him if we had a crystal ball and we could tell when something bad was going to happen, of course, we wouldn't do that thing, whatever that thing was, but we don't have a crystal ball. And combat is inherently freaking dangerous. And Leif understood that. Leif understood that. It didn't make it any easier for his soul, for his heart that was broken, but he understood. He understood that that's what Mark, you know, when I was talking to Mark's mom the other day, and Mark has had a huge impact now. America's Mighty Warriors, like, is an incredible organization that's helped out so many, not just SEALs, but other people. And she said, if I could talk to Mark and Mark had a chance to go back and not sacrifice his life on that day, but none of this other stuff would have happened, he wouldn't come back. I'm like, I know. So this is what we do. This is what we sign up for. And that's part of being a frogman. And look, we had some, we had the 80s and the 90s. And man, like, there was nothing going on. And Mark was the first SEAL killed in Iraq. And again, you'd like, why? Well, look at the battle space, man. Look at the battle space. It was a complete war zone. Why did the 11 AD lose that many guys? Why did the first of the 506 lose that many guys? Why did the 137? Why did the 38 Marines? Like, just losses. Why? Well, it was a freaking war zone, man. And the war didn't stop. So it was back to operations. And that's what we did. Got our gear back on, locked and loaded our weapons, and back to the field. Back to conducting these operations. And as far as what did we change? We honestly, there was, after that one, it was like, we were so used to the city, My first deployment to Iraq, we went all over the place. We went all the way from Najaf down south, all the way to Hadith up north. We went east of Baghdad, west of Baghdad. We went out to Ramadi. I was all over the place. This whole deployment, I only left Ramadi one time to go to Balad for one meeting, the first 4 days of deployment, and I was back in Ramadi the whole time. So we knew what was going on. And so we continued to push. And, the guys, every one of those guys, night after night, day after day, jocked up, getting in a Humvee, driving past the damn vehicle graveyard that had 75 or 100 destroyed vehicles in it from IEDs, out again, out again, out again. The Army, the Marine Corps, and us.